Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along today. Now, interesting where I'm going to go with this particular reading, given all that is happening on the international stage at the moment. I want to have a look at the ranch in New Mexico again, but from a slightly different angle. The reason being is there was, do not be distracted. Now, I know it's a huge distraction. It's just absolutely horrific. And it will play out as it's meant to. I have full faith and trust, and as Danny Shea would say, hopium. There are a lot of readers that I am now no longer following, and I haven't followed for a while because they either someone famous is going to die. Well, someone famous dies every week. Or they're just so in the negative doom and gloom of the situation at the moment. I just can't allow myself to sit in that energy because I am full of hopium at the moment because I have seen the future that could be if we sit in this positive energy, and I am actually really excited for it. So what do I want to have a look at? I'm going to have a look at the ranch in New Mexico. There was a new article that came out today. Can't even remember where I saw it. Sorry, I haven't looked at all my emails yet. I do apologise. It's been a busy morning and things to do today. I will get them done. I will look at all my emails today though and answer. But someone sent me an article from New Mexico and they had a photograph on it that I found really interesting. And the photograph, I assume it's a new drone photograph. And we know that Huffines, who bought the property, had earth moving equipment on the property. And it was a photograph from above where you could see the existing residence. And there was massive earthworks right next to it. Big pit dug out. Why would one be digging a big pit out? Who knows? But what I got from that, I looked at it and went, they're not digging in the right spot. Because after doing my Zorro Ranch videos more recently, I did a Google Earth flyover, several Google Earth flyovers, and I kept getting drawn to one particular place. And it was, you had the road and you had the driveway in, and it was to the right of, about halfway up the big long driveway, there was a gully, and I kept getting drawn to that gully as a place of interest, not where they're digging. So, I mean, I'm sure there's stuff where they're digging, but, and I'm sure there is stuff being removed where they've been digging. And remembering that Huffines not only has a major stakeholder in a company called Secret Tomes, so it's like spelled secret to me, so it's Secret O-M-E, that is heavily researching, invested into using newborn infant heart cells for body regeneration. He's also has heavily invested his company in industrial incinerators. Huffines, dodgy as all anything. So's Ellison, who apparently owns Oracle, that now has access to all the Medicare and Medicaid data on, what was it, 150 million Americans, who was owned, so Ellison owned by the Saudis, same with Musk, owned by the Saudis after the vertical integration of all his organisations, where the Saudis bought a controlling share there as well. But Zorro, I am getting that they are digging. If I say the wrong place, it's not the wrong place because there was stuff there. but not where I picked up. So I want to have another look using the runic tarot. The earthworks at the ranch in New Mexico. Are they digging in the wrong place? No, they're not, but they're not digging in the right place either. Does that make sense? Okay, that's what my guides are telling me. So let's have a look. Will this, what do we need to know about where they were digging? I mean, goodness me, it looked like an open cut coal mine from the aerial photograph. What do we need to know about where they were digging? First of all, the big pit, the earthworks, what do we... The cards that they threw out, we've got that card and that card and that card that they're wanting. What do I need to know? Well, we've got young people, mainly women, bringing forward the information. But I will say first up that it's not just women. Okay, these cards fell out and then these ones were poking out and saying, please take me. What do we need to know about the pit that they were digging? 10 of Wands. Looks like Pentacles because you've got all the little pentacles down here, but this is the 10 of Pentacles. Something to do with an ending, a burden that is too much. These pentacles are buried, so I'm thinking that they haven't gotten all out, that they are scattered elsewhere is what I'm getting. So, I mean, we've got out of the cards that threw themselves at me, we've got 3 10s. So this one is, there was too much. Oh, thank you. There was too much. Didn't get to them all. We've got the 5 of Cups, the corrupt disregard for human life being exposed, but you've also got the flooding here. And I keep seeing there is going to be a storm or some sort of flooding that comes through that is going to uncover a site, that is going to bring an ending to the oligarchical power, my raping and pillaging card. You've got the Judgment card, and again, you've got all these bodies lying on the ground that are being uncovered by these angels. Now, who was it? Lisa Vest, Dr. for Jennifer Lisa Vest. Her guide showed her, now as I've got this card, her guides showed her that it was women that were going to go out and find them. I'm sure there will be men involved, but it is women that will go out and find them. And then we had the 2 of Wands, a plan being formulated to bring this information forward. Now I'm looking at these 2 symbols here, which I'm feeling getting a draw to as being very important. And me frantically looking. So this R is about, can be the Chariot, which is the military, travel, journey, evolution. So an evolution. And this symbol here, as I'm frantically looking, is the water. Oh, water. It's also power of renewal, dreams and fantasies, but water bringing about something new. The water exposing there was just too much buried underground. Didn't get to them all. Whatever it is, it's going, raping and pillaging, it's going to bring an end. And then you have the angel women, the Valkyrie. I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong. Valkyrie. Coming into uncover. I'm looking at this symbol here, which is really interesting because it is actually the symbol for male fertility. Can also mean gestation and internal growth. But male fertility being uncovered. Then I had the next three cards that were poking out. We've got the Moon card, the fight of good versus evil, but things being exposed by the light of the moon. The Lovers, about these relationships. And the Ten of Swords, the swords of truth cast into the ground in a graveyard. Pinpointing. They didn't get them. They're still there. I won't say they're digging in the wrong spot. What they were digging for was, what were they digging for? What were they trying to destroy? They're in the right, it's going to be revealed. Keep seeing the storm that comes through. What were they actually trying to get rid of? So Huffines, with his earth-moving equipment, pretty much dug a big, huge pit. What were they trying to dispose of? What were they digging up? What was that they were digging up if it wasn't all these bodies? What was that they were digging up? I'm seeing like an underground bunker type thing. What were they trying to destroy if it wasn't the graveyard or one of the graveyards? What were they trying to destroy? A lot of information about this is going to come out really quickly. You've got the two books here of self-reliance, endurance, survival, constraint. So, okay, thank you. What was dug up was something that they did quickly for, basically they saw it as a survival. Self-preservation. Something to do with self-preservation. The challenge is what they missed, that Ten of Pentacles. Everything else that is buried on the property. Didn't have time. So they've dug up something to do with self-preservation, self-survival. Challenges, they didn't have time for the rest of it. You've got the Empress with the baby. Because it's Huffines. It was the baby cemetery. Oh, I was thinking it was like, you know, an underground. No, it was the baby cemetery. That's what I'm getting. Oh, far out, man. The High Priestess. Secrets being kept hidden. But you've got the bison in the room there. And the Five of Pentacles. I don't. Getting rid of what, for the sake of the wealthy. The harsh truth is going to come forward with the Knight of Swords. They tried to destroy it all to preserve themselves with that Four of Pentacles. But the Knight of Wands there, volatile information, trying to halt by setting fire to whatever this information is. Page of Pentacles, but it's still going to come forward. Documentation, perhaps. Might find himself in some deep doo-doo with that Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, attempted flee, and Page of Cups are something unexpected out of left field coming forth about the uber wealthy and the women that were involved with the Queen of Pentacles there. Oh, have strength. We're on this new journey. Have strength. We are on this new journey. There is information that will come forward with that Eight of Cups. A skerrick, a slither, but it will be enough. You've got the moon, you've got the world, you've got the tower, and then you have the star. I'm just going to say that it was the baby cemetery that was dug up. Did they miss something? How is this going to be uncovered? How is this going to be exposed? Come on down. Dark money, Three of Pentacles. Work that has been done behind the scenes, a contractor perhaps. An end to the oligarchical money, a hierophant, end of the government, end of the government, end of the oligarchs, the Tower card. This is the key to bring an ending. So, because the Hierophant, because he holds the key, he's got Anubis at his side there, and the Tower. Trying to keep things hidden with the Hermit. Two of Swords. Trying to bar access. The Seven of Swords. Sneaking into camp and stealing away. The Chariot. Queen of Wands. And uncovering those that were discarded. Hold on to your strength, your compassionate strength. The information is going to come from an unexpected source about Huff finds. Three of Swords, off with his head. And then we've got the Six of Swords moving forward. There is a skerrick of information that's going to come forward that is going to bring the end. Going to bring the end. Queen of Cups, something that's not yet been revealed. That is going to bring about a downfall with that Four of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Emperor, the Defiance. Seeing from a new point of view, this absolute disregard for human life. And then we've got the bus throwing is going to start. This may be dark money that is exposed, or it may be a contractor that comes forward and says what they saw. Just watch for it. There's information going to come forward that is going to bring it all down. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Sorry, that turned quite dark. I mean, they are dark cards, but I just felt with the new footage that has come out, just needed to know if they had managed to get rid of the evidence. No, they haven't. And I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, please stay safe. Love to you all. Take care. Just know that this was all going on, whether we knew about it or not. And now that we can see it, we can do something about it and hold these people to account and bring it all down and rebuild something new, something better. Love to you all. Take care.